YouTube, today we're trying out a brand new team featuring Dialga and Palkia duo. Now, 2 out of the 3 Sinnoh trio, double dragon. It's interesting from what I played so far, and I really paired it up with some odd support Pokemon that, you know, have been featured. Of course, we have Grimmsnarl, that's been a really good partner for Dialga alongside Ditto, and Ditto really fits with Palkia teams that complement with Amoonguss. We'll see how it goes though. If you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And of course, if you want to check out the details of the team, there is a pay spin available in the description down below. Rental code available for 2 weeks, so make sure you grab while you can. And the team builder will be coming out in a couple of days. But let's get started and play some games. Hey, are y'all subscribed to the channel? About 50% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed to the channel. If you would like to see more cool teams this month, make sure you do so. Thank you. Calyrex, Dialga, Landorus, Indeedee, Ditto, and Tapu Fini. A pretty interesting pairing. Interesting just to see the Tapu Fini here because I don't know what it's supposed to do on this team. You have the Indeedee with the Psychic Terrain for the Calyrex Shadow Rider, and Tapu Fini doesn't help Dialga out because it actually weakens its Roar of Time or Draco Meteor if it's a max Dragon move. And Dialga's not exactly weak to Dragon moves either, so I'm actually kind of curious on why there's a Tapu Fini on this team. However, we have some pretty good tools here. Dialga is really hard for my opponent to break through, except the Landorus is a little bit of a nuisance, I suppose. We do have a Palkia, which is probably decent here. There's an Indeedee here, so I don't know if I want to go with the Amoonguss here. I could see myself leading Entei straight away. Entei could be an okay lead, although Expanding Force would hurt quite a bit. It really just depends. I think like Grimmsnarl makes a lot of sense here, and maybe the Dialga just goes well here, and I think that might be the case. I just don't know if I want to bring the Entei because I don't know if it's actually going to be able to be used here. I could see myself bringing Palkia and Amoonguss because I think Amoonguss, if I get rid of the Calyrex early, can be really useful for the redirection, as well as a Pokemon that could just live a hit, right? Because if they lead something like Landorus plus Indeedee, for instance, I could just like switch out the Dialga turn 1 into the Max Quake and stall out some Dynamax turns while using the time to buy my Grimmsnarl getting a hit off into Indeedee, which I think is important. We are going to see a Dialga Indeedee lead. Okay. This is an interesting position. I'll definitely say that. We do see the Dialga plus the Indeedee lead here. I don't think they would go for Steel Spike immediately. Yeah, they could go for Steel Spike. Do I care about Steel Spike? Not really too much. I think I'd rather just go for the Foul Play into the Indeedee, which is going to be that Psychic Seed variant, so you imagine it's probably decently slow. I think I am going to go for a Foul Play straight into the Indeedee slot on... I don't know if this is going to be Follow Me or not, but I think I'll just go hard into Amoonguss here. Amoonguss is going to be nice just to sponge up some attacks right here, and I do think it is the way to go here, as we could maybe two-shot the Indeedee with the Foul Play, and that just seems really nice. We are going to force the Dynamax out of my opponent, and we're going to buy ourselves some turns, hopefully, with the Amoonguss. And I don't think there should be Expanding Force ever coming out. I imagine this is either A, Helping Hand, or B, Follow Me. I really just can't see Expanding Force here, because I could realistically just attack with Dialga as well. So we'll find out. I also wonder what item the Dialga is. We are going to see a Follow Me. Okay, perfect. Also, let's see how fast this Dialga is. Is it faster than my Grimmsnarl? It looks like it is actually slower than my Grimmsnarl. That's good to know. All right. So it's a pretty slow Dialga Foul Play. Not that much damage, but it's an okay amount. We're going to see a Max Quake come out into the Amoonguss. Perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So Amoonguss is able to survive, which is nice. We are going to be able to probably just stall out 3 turns of Dynamax, I think, from my opponent's end. I think this is probably... it is Life Orb on the Dialga, which I'm not surprised about. We do go for a Foul Play here, I imagine, and probably just protect Amoonguss. I could also swap back into Dialga because I think that this is probably going to be Expanding Force plus Steel Spike coming out. And if I think that, I could get Regenerate Health on Amoonguss for a little bit chip on Dialga, but Expanding Force could hurt quite a bit here, and every HP might matter. So I think just Protect here and Foul Play is an okay play. I do expect Expanding Force here from the Indeedee and probably a Steel Spike thrown off into the Grimmsnarl slot. We are going to see a Foul Play. Yep, and it looks like they did go for the Expanding Force, which is perfect. Get some chip into that Indeedee slot, as we are going to see the Max Quake be fired off here into the Grim. Okay, they don't want to go for Steel Spike, which is actually perfect for me because I don't think the Indeedee lives another Foul Play. And if I get rid of that Indeedee, we're stalling out this Psychic Terrain slowly. We'll still have massive offensive pressure against the Dialga with our Dialga, especially if I can get a fake tears off, which would be really nice. I think I just go for a foul play into the NDD slot, and I think I want to go for the spore here. I think the foul play should KO the NDD. It looks super close, but if we are able to, that's amazing. I think it is just worth throwing off a spore here. I could go for the rage powder. I don't think it's necessary. We're gonna see a protect from the NDD. Oh, is this hailstorm? Actually, this could be hailstorm. If it's hailstorm, this could be interesting here, I suppose. No, it's max quake again. All right, into who? Okay, into Amoonguss. It's going to pick up a knockout. All right. That's an okay trade-off right here, I think, for the most part. I should be able to... I have quite a few options, I suppose, here coming up. I definitely go for a max quake with Dialga to boost up my Spadef. The Dialga is at +3 Spadef on their side. However, we do have quite a bit of damage output that we could throw off here. We do want to go hard in the Dialga, I imagine. I could go Palkia, but Roar Time would do so much damage that I'd rather just go hard into Dialga. And we'll find out. I don't know. Dialga's Dynamax is over. Maybe I just want to go for a foul play into Max Quake double up in the Dialga. That is kind of what I want to do here. Because I don't know. I think NDD's probably going to follow me again. It could help me hand, which is okay too. But I imagine this is always just going to be to follow me regardless. I could save Grimmsnarl here, I suppose. Because they might try to take the knock on Grimmsnarl. And that way I could get in Palkia. That actually doesn't sound too bad to me, you know. I will go actually into the Palkia and just go for the Max Quake. Because I feel like having Grimmsnarl is still really nice for fake tears, scary face pressure later on. I think getting the special defense boost with my Palkia is really solid here. I think if they throw off an attack here, it's going to be like Flash Cannon or Earth Power onto the Palkia slot. And I think I'll be able to take it just fine with the Max Quake boost. So this seems really solid. And then the next turn, my Palkia is outspeeding the NDD. And we could go for a Spatial Rend because I don't think we're knocking out the NDD at what? +4 special defense with this Max Quake, but I'm pretty sure Life for Max Quake will put in range of Spatial Rend, and then I could focus down the Dialga, which seems pretty solid here. We are going to see the Follow Me come out. Yep, no surprise. And I don't mind wasting this turn here, I think. I don't think it'd be too bad. Max Quake going to come out into the NDD slot. How much damage will we do? Yeah, that's... Actually, no, Spatial Rend should still KO the NDD, I imagine. Let's find out what the Dialga is going for here, though. Is it going to be Earth Power like I suspect, or Flash Cannon? It's Earth Power and the Dialga. Okay, that's cool. Dialga does take quite a bit of damage. However, we're still in a pretty decent spot, I imagine. We could just go for a Spatial Rend, I think, into the Dialga slot, as well as Max Quake into Dialga. I imagine the Dialga is multiple attacks here. The NDD probably just going to follow me again, which is okay because I get the Spatial Rend KO, and then I get a big Max Quake off in the Dialga, which I think is really important. And with the special defense boost, it's really nice. So hopefully my calc is correct here. That Spatial Rend does KO the NDD with the Lustrous Orb. We do. Nice. Perfect. Okay, goodbye NDD. We know it's not weakness policy on the Dialga. So this Max Quake's really going to hurt them. And I guess the last Pokemon are going to be what's concerning here. Max Quake is dishing out huge damage to Dialga. Perfect. And then what's the move coming up here? We do have +2 Spadef on both Pokemon. Roar Time would do a lot to Palkia, however. But it's Earth Power again into the Dialga, which is actually great. Okay. Because Dialga should be able to live the next attack, and then we can go for an Earth Power, and I think knock out their Dialga. I'm pretty sure that Earth Power should finish off their Dialga at the range it's at. And they don't have a Mon that can knock me out. They could go into, I guess, Ditto. A Ditto would only get +2 Spadef, and it's not really that big of a deal. We are going to see the hard Ditto, actually. Okay. Unless they crit me, I should be all right. So this is perfect. I think I go for a Earth Power into the Dialga slot, and I always go for the Max Dragon into the Ditto slot. And I think that's always the right play. I don't think Spatial Rend KOs. I don't think Earth Power KOs my Dialga at the +2 special defense that I'm at, especially without no boosting item. So let's see here. We do see Spatial Rend come out into the Palkia. Okay, we are +2 Spadef. I really don't think this KOs. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And then here's a Earth Power. Should knock out Dialga. It's funny. We're seeing Palkia Dialga versus Palkia Dialga. Goodbye, Dialga. Okay. And then here comes a Max Whirlwind into the Palkia slot. Huge. Okay. And now the question is, does Calyx sweep in the back? Because that's a huge factor. I think it knocks out my Dialga, which is unfortunate. I mean, I just have to live one attack, I think. I just have to live one attack. But I see the the Calyx come out. I just gotta live one with Palkia. I think if I live one with Palkia, I win the game. Dialga, I think probably goes down. I don't think Palkia goes down to Astral Barrage unless it's like a huge boosted item. I think I have to go for a Spatial Rend here into a Flash Cannon. Yeah, let's go for these. All right. Moment of truth. Does Calyx pick up the knockouts with +2 Spadef on both? Astral Barrage. Palkia survives. Huge. Hit the Spatial Rend. I need you to hit the Spatial Rend. I need to hit 2 probably. Okay, that's 1. Perfect. So I don't think Earth Power KOs. I think I had to Spatial Rend again. Grimmsnarl comes in. I get to click Scary Face into the Calyx slot, so I always outspeed with the Palkia unless it's Choice Scarf. So the win conditions of my opponent are Choice Scarf on the Calyx, Quick Claw. Yeah, this is okay, Scary Face here, or like a mental, or not mental, or White Herb. Please don't. Scary Face into Spatial Rend. I don't think Earth Power KOs at that range. I think it'd be like really off. I think it would be like a sliver because Spatial Rend is boosted by the Lustrous Orb. Spatial Rend comes out into Calyx, picks up the knockout, and oh boy, Dialga Palkia just beat a Ditto. It was transformed to my Palkia, their own Dialga, and a Calyx Shadow Rider. That is insane. Oh man. Oh. Oh, that's crazy. Dialga Palkia, really good bulky restricteds. They both like to Dynamax, and that was such a weird, I guess, situation. Dialga Palkia versus Dialga Palkia, only on this channel you'll ever find it. But yeah, I think getting their Dynamax immediately was huge. Even though they were getting max Quake boost up, I was slowly wearing down the Entity pretty hard. And then when I was able to bring out my Dialga, I was able to boost the Spadef on both of my restricteds, which I think was absolutely key. And yes, saving the Grimmsnarl, absolutely huge game changer, because if I didn't have Grimmsnarl, I was probably going down to that Palkia in the end game. So everything worked out. I think the huge turns again were stalling out that Dynamax, absolutely perfect. And then also the fact that I was able to just save the Grimmsnarl for that Scary Face in the end game, which I felt like I might have needed it, and it did pay off huge. If you currently enjoy the content you're watching and want to see more of it, make sure you check out my other YouTube channels, my second YouTube channel, my Eclipse channel, and of course make sure you follow the action live on my Twitch channel. All links available in the description down below. Umbreon, I haven't seen that one in a while, with Palkia, Zacian, Regieleki, Cinderace, and Whimsicott. This team, this could be difficult. This could be a difficult one because they have a pretty fast offensive team. I don't have Spirit Break on my Grimmsnarl, so that Umbreon's actually kind of tricky. I don't have Fake Tears either. That Umbreon could actually be a terrifying force. Let's see if I can handle it. I think I might have to transform into their Zacian in order to beat it. We'll find out. They might not even bring the Umbreon, but I don't know. I don't even know if they bring the Palkia. I think they bring the Palkia. Let's go with the Grimmsnarl though with Dialga. I think it's a pretty safe play overall. And then in the back, I'm thinking Palkia. Palkia seems pretty good, I think, because I dish out quite a bit of damage to their side, and I have no idea like how fast their Palkia is. And then Ditto in the back, because I think Ditto can transform into a lot of their potential slots right here. Let's see. Because I would love to transform into their Zacian so I can threaten the Umbreon if they do bring it. However, they could be going with like a fast offensive mode here. I could definitely see like Whimsicott with like Cinderace, Zacian, Palkia here for sure, or Regieleki. We'll find out. It's going to be the Cinderace plus the Palkia. Okay, pretty good lead for me here. This is a pretty good lead for me. We do lead the Grimmsnarl and the Dialga right here against, I almost said Zacian for some reason. Let's see. We just saw pressure, I think, from the Palkia. That's okay. We're going to go for a Scary Face into the Cinderace immediately, and we're going to go for a Max Quake here. It's kind of weird because both of these Pokemon usually want a Max here. Palkia could have Trick Room, but like I just don't think it'd be Trick Room on this team. I think I just go for Max Quake here into the Cinderace as well as a Scary Face. They don't have a ground switch in. Like, their only ground switch is Whimsicott. I think that's an okay trade. They could be using this opportunity to try to bait, like, Palkia switching out into one of their Whimsicott or their, for instance, Zacian to absorb a Max Dragon, because a Max Dragon is a viable play here, because Max Dragon would allow me to get the attack drop on Cinderace, and that would be pretty big. However, no Max is coming out unless the Palkia maxed, which is okay here. So Cinderace didn't max. We do get the Dynamax Dialga out here. What is the Cinderace going to go for? Oh, we do see a Dynamax. Okay, is this Palkia? If it's Palkia, we're completely fine, because we know that the Palkia is slower. We get a special defense boost before it can move. Yeah, this is pretty good. The Grimmsnarl is also still like really troubling for them overall. And then I think I focus down the other slot then. So I keep max quaking, I think, the Cinderace slot. Let's see if it's Sucker Punch or anything. Or this could be Sash Cinderace. I've seen Sash Cinderace before. I hope it's not, because a high jump kick would actually kind of hurt my team. We'll find out. Here comes a max quake into the Cinderace. Please don't be a Sash high jump kick. That would kind of be hurtful. Okay, yeah, perfect. Cinderace goes down. They decide to max their Palkia instead. We're going to find out what they're going to opt for here. I imagine... I mean, let's see. How much does Max Quake do here? How much does Max Quake do? It's going to be, yep, Max Quake. If it's into Grimmsnarl, that's even better. But yeah, it's into Dialga. Ooh, I don't know if... okay. I just don't know if we live close well, I think we go down to close combat. Sacred Sword looks really close. I think it depends heavily on their Zacian set. They're going to bring out their Zacian. I think I just go for the same fake tears, or just not fake tears, scary face play into the Zacian here. Because, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why wouldn't I? This could be, like, bring out the Zacian, bait in for Umbreon. I could see that, but I just don't have a play that covers that anyway. And getting a Max Quake here still is, regardless, is super solid for my Dialga, because it just allows me to take the Palkia attacks a bit better. So even if they protect here, yeah, like I could have went for fake tears Max Dragon. However, I think that's a really unnecessary read. At the end of the day, because they're not talking about Grimmsnarl, I can just go for scary faces into Palkia and then finish them off with Spatial Rend with my Palkia, because I know I'm faster than their Palkia. Well, at least I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I should be. Yeah, because I'm faster than my own Dialga, so yeah, we're guaranteed. Zacian will take quite a bit. They're probably just going to Max Quake to get a Death boost. I think the Zacian still goes down to the Max Quake anyway afterward. So no crits here. Oh, they Geyser. Perfect. That's all right. So they go for a Geyser into the Grimmsnarl. Sets up the Rain. However, we are pretty much just taking these right here. I could see the Zacian maybe decide to go for the swap here. Would they swap? I think they could. Definitely a possibility. If they swap here, I mean, I guess it's okay. Yeah, I think it'd be okay. I'm just going to Scary Face again, and I'm going to go for the Max Quake. Because I think if they had Umbreon, they would have just hard swapped to Umbreon right here. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're saving it for this turn. However, I think just going for the Scary Face Max Quake is always the best play here. We are going to see the Zacian swap here. Okay. Into the Eliki. Okay, so Eliki goes down here. I can still get a Scary Face off into the Palkia the next turn. And even if this isn't the case, I think we're still okay. Because they can't knock out my Grimmsnarl. I think with Max Quake on their side, they have to go for Guys again, which means they're only +1 attack, plus 1 special defense, I mean. We should be okay, I guess. At the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out, was this the right call? I still think Ditto's really good in the end game once I get rid of these. It's kind of a shame we don't have the Choice Scarf here. However, I still think it's okay. We're going to see the Max Quake here going to target down the Grimmsnarl. I don't think this KOs. Yeah, I think you needed to go for... Okay, that's perfect. I think you needed to go for the Dialga. I think you needed to go for a Geyser right there. But maybe they're like... Maybe they don't have Protect on the Palkia and they're trying to survive the Roar Time afterward. I mean, I always just go for a Roar Time here into the Palkia, I think. And I Scary Face the Dialga. Yeah, I think that's always the play. I could transform into their Palkia as well with my Ditto and my like, yeah, I think I Scary Face is Zacian. If they protect here, it's okay. I get a big Roar Time off into their Palkia unless they protect here. And yeah, if they KO the Dialga, I just transform, right? So they go for the protect here. That's a-okay. This Roar Time's really going to hurt you. And yeah, this seems really solid for the end game, especially since the Zacian's weakened and put in range of Behemoth Blade. Roar Time going to come out into the Palkia. Almost a knockout into that Palkia. Good amount of damage. It's policy on the Palkia. Hey, okay. Okay. And we're going to see a Earth Power come out into the Grim, which is going to finish it off. A-okay for me. A-okay. We go out into our Palkia this turn. Yeah, we go into Palkia here. We click Protect. We sack Dialga if we have to, which is fine for me. Actually, there is one thing that could screw me up here. I'm going to have to figure out what the Zacian set is afterward, however. But I am expecting Dialga to go down here, which hopefully is the case. I wonder if there are Protects on the Palkia, because Protect on Palkia is going to change this endgame because it could be like a 50-50. I think Choice Scarf Ditto is always just nice in general in this kind of position, but I don't have it. We're going to see Play Rough into... Okay. And are you going to take the knockout on Dialga? Yeah, Earth Power. Okay. Time for a 50-50 potentially. And yes, I mean a 50-50 right here. We're going to go out into our Ditto right here. We get the transformation. Now, Zacian can't knock out Ditto with Behemoth Blade, but since they took chip on their Zacian, my Ditto always KOs them. Especially with the +2 that we get because we double on their ability. And... oh, this is close. I think we double up their Palkia slot. Okay, we know it's 3 attacks on the Zacian. I think I just throw off a Behemoth Blade into their Palkia. I think I just double it up. As Weakness Policy might have multiple attacks. Oh, they protect Palkia. Good play on their part. I was thinking about it, but I was like, if I Behemoth Blade to Zacian and I lose the speed tie with Ditto, a Behemoth Blade by... oh, wait, they targeted my Zacian. Oh, this is such a weird endgame now. Oh, this is such a weird endgame now. And they don't have quick attack. I have quick claw. Oh, geez. Ditto has to win a speed tie, right? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, at the end of the day, we have to win 1 speed tie. I mean, at the end of the day, I was like worried. If I target the Zacian with Ditto, what happens? And like Earth Power to Palkia, what happens if their Zacian takes the knockout of Palkia with Play Rough, and then the Ditto, since or their Palkia, since they have +2 from policy, knocks out my Ditto? We have to risk the speed tie. Or Play Rough miss. We have some odds. Okay. Okay. And also the Ditto animation for Behemoth Blade. Goodbye, Zacian. Oh, winning the speed tie with Ditto. Winning the speed tie with Ditto. Ditto coming in clutch here. Earth Power into the Palkia. Goodbye, Palkia. Able to eliminate it. Jeez, the fact that it was the weakness policy made this game so much tougher. It was a Life Orb, we would have been fine. We were still like Life Orb chip obviously would have been the difference between the raw time KOing. Of course, yeah, like the policy was the only thing that was draining the Ditto. Otherwise, I'd have to risk a crit, of course. Yet, yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, the Palkia is pretty slow on this team actually. We're gonna see Inner Focus Umbreon. Thankfully, they didn't bring it because it was actually pretty annoying for my team, especially that kind of set. We're gonna see this Zacian. I think it's max speed. Yeah, it's max speed Jolly. The Magnet Eliki, Veery Impulse, and the Life Orb Cinderace. So we got like some turns right. Fairy Wind. Oh, to activate the policy on Palkia. That makes sense. I think like just getting Max Quake set up, I think with Dialga, it's setting up for a decent end game, although it ended up being more complicated than I thought. I think the Palkia survived me a +2, which I wasn't surprised about, but then it was a policy activation that made it a little bit more tricky. I could have went a bit more aggressive on the reads, because if I went a bit more aggressive on the reads, sure, I guess I maybe played a bit too safe at the end. It kind of fell into that trap because then I had to risk stuff at the end regardless. So maybe I should have made some riskier plays early on, and I definitely could have, for instance, like a Fake Tears Max Strat or Roar Time into Palkia on the Zacian Protect, and a few others that I could definitely made as well. Dialga, Kyogre, Barraskewda, Ditto, Entei, and Rillaboom. Alright, so a take on Barraskewda with Dialga. Barraskewda does get access to quite a few offensive threats right here. Dialga, if I had Lightning, this would be such an amazing matchup. I don't have Lightning though. That like Lightning would be great. They usually run Choice Scarf on the Kyogre's team, and I think I played my opponent earlier with a different team. Let's see, what do I want to aim for right here? A Ditto could be really nice. I think their Dialga, I don't remember what their Dialga item is. Let's find out. I think the interesting thing about Barraskewda and Dialga is you usually bring both of them, I feel like, to a lot of matches. And they both want a Dynamax, which is an awkward thing about the combo. I think I want to go Dialga. Maybe Dialga plus Palkia? I could lead that, I guess, suppose. I don't think it's really worth it. I think it's Dialga, though. Maybe Amoonguss. Amoonguss doesn't seem bad here. Yeah, because I don't really like the Grimmsnarl. It doesn't really do anything if they bring the Psychic Terrain. I don't know if they are going to. However, I think it's just better not to bring it then. I think it's Palkia and Ditto in the back. And yeah, this is going to be a really, I guess, a really interesting battle because this is way different than I think I played the Dialga Palkia team in general so far, because I never really have brought Amoonguss to any of the games that I have brought it in. The Barraskewda, what do they run? They run Water Move, they run Flying Move, they run Close Combat, I think, for Knuckle. I think they get Darkness too. So I guess Darkness is probably my biggest fear. Darkness in a Water Spout would hurt quite a bit. We'll find out. It's going to be Entei and Dialga. All right. So Entei, Dialga versus Amoonguss and Dialga. I think it comes down to who's faster, right? Okay. I think I go for Max Quake here into the Entei, because I think Entei is kind of a big threat. I always want the boost anyway at the end of the day, and we just click Protect. Yeah, we click Protect here. Pollen Puff's actually really nice for this team right here. As actually, I think I was supposed to be Energy Ball. I just forgot to change it to I think I haven't noticed it because I haven't played with the Amoonguss yet. But yeah, I originally was supposed to have Energy Ball for Gastrodon. But I guess it's been nice since Gastrodon's been a mon I feel like I haven't seen as much recently. And this could be really nice here for Dialga, of course, healing, especially. We're going to see a Dynamax on their side. I wonder if it's going to be Max Quake on their side or if it's going to be something else, like maybe Max Lightning. I think they did have Max Lightning, and that would stop the Spores here. Helping Hand Max Quake could be an option too. My Dialga should be faster than theirs. Mine's is a very fast Dialga, although they could have been as well, but I think they are bulky. We're going to see. I don't want to attack into the Dialga because I don't know if they're Assault Vest or if they're Policy. I just rather avoid it until I have to target it. It's going to be Follow Me from the Entei, which makes sense here. Perfect. Okay, and it's going to be a Max Quake here. We're just boosting up our special defense, and they don't really have the best tools to deal with it. Yeah, so Max Quake into the Entei, really solid damage, and I think I knock out the Entei after another Max Quake once they get the boost. So this is looking really good here. Let's find out what their Dialga decides to go for. It is Whirlwind here, actually, into my Dialga. Wait, they don't have Quake? They don't have Quake. That's a really interesting option here. Okay. That works out beautifully for me. I'm able to go for a Max Quake into the Entei. And I think Spore here. Yeah, I would just click Max Quake here and Spore the Dialga. I could click Pollen Puff and heal the Dialga. I don't think it's necessary though. Is it? Because I guess it would hurt quite a bit, although I'd rather just click Spore here. I really rather just click Spore. If they click Protect here with the Entei, that's fine because they don't get any momentum, and that gives me an opportunity to Pollen Puff the Dialga the next turn and get the Pollen Puff off. No Helping Hand from the Entei is an interesting choice. Okay, so Max Quake is going to come out into the Entei slot, pick up a knockout there. Let's find out what the Dialga went for. I mean, No Helping Hand. It's a really unique one. Maybe they were just hoping for an Expanding Force into Amoonguss. However, we are not letting that Expanding Force go off here. And now we have a +2 Spadef Amoonguss, which is really good against their team. They do go for a Lightning. Okay, so it's into the Amoonguss. That's okay, because at the end of the day, like, even if they prevented it, they wasted an attack here that really didn't get them much. And I think I could go for the Kyogre slot and just Pollen Puff my Dialga. I could Rage Powder too. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I think my Dialga lives double ups. Okay, Ditto comes out. All right. Which is okay because I don't know what their item is. However, Max Quake is still threatening a lot of damage. Actually, I probably do Rage Powder here. I do Rage Powder here, actually, yeah. I Rage Powder. I'm going to Rage Powder here, and yeah, I guess this is the time where I would Rage Powder because they're going to go for, like, Earth Power. I don't think it would do that much, though. I don't think it would do that much because we're like +3 after this. Although they're going to get an Earth Power probably at +1 and +2 because they're probably Choice Scarf, so they outspeed me. However, yeah, I mean, I don't expect to knock out the Dialga on their side, and then maybe I can Pollen Puff afterward. We'll find out because it just seems like a super solid position for me at the end of the day anyway, because they just can't knock out this Amoonguss right here at +2 Spadef. And their Ditto is not Choice Scarf. I don't knock out the Ditto, which I'm not surprised about. Wait, what item are you? So I have a +3 Spadef, Amoonguss, and Dialga. As we're gonna see, Earth Power, yep, into Amoonguss. No Spadef drop, please. But I have so much special defense, and then the Max Dragon here into the Amoonguss, and yeah, like look at this damage. They're not doing any damage. And now I can Pollen Puff my Dialga. I'll have +3 Dialga against, like, this is bullying at this point. This is bullying. I also have my Palkia in the back, and once my Palkia comes in against that Kyogre, ooh, I'm so scared of that. It's really funny to see 3 Dialgas though. Okay, Earth Power here. Pollen Puff. Sure, I might be risking a speed type with Ditto. Is that worth it? I think it is. Actually, maybe I should Rage Powder here. Maybe I should. You know what? I'll Rage Powder here. I'll Rage Powder just to be safe. It's just weird not seeing Quake from their Dialga. Okay, they go for the Blizzard to get damage on my Dialga. It doesn't do too much. No freeze, thankfully. Earth Power is going to come out and knock out their Dialga or their Ditto. I guess Pollen Puff is technically better than since they clicked Blizzard. Yeah, maybe Pollen Puff was a bit better there. Although it looked really close. Oh, double Blizzard. Amoonguss probably still lives. Yeah, but I guess this is now a more awkward position. I think we're still okay. Oh, Rillaboom, no Kyogre. Huh. I guess that makes sense. Ooh, I guess this could be tricky now. This could be tricky now. I was expecting Kyogre in the back, but it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, I had 2 Pokemon that were just... it would not have done as well, I think. Okay, what do I think here? I don't think Grassy Glide KOs Dialga, but they're probably going to click Fake Out and maybe Blizzard here. So maybe I just protect the Amoonguss. The thing is, I want a Ditto on this slot, so I think I want health on the Amoonguss as well. So maybe I'm just going to go hard into Palkia here. I think hard into Palkia is okay. Maybe I should win hard Ditto. Maybe I should win hard Ditto. I'm trying to think because they Grassy Glide my... Does this KO? It does. Wow. I am shocked that that KO'd actually. They went for Blizzard though. Yeah, as expected. Okay. Palkia should take this. All right. A little bit of an awkward spot right there. I guess this is an awkward spot. I'm going to go hard into Amoonguss here. Maybe this wasn't the best. This wasn't the best end game that I had prepped for. I think I should have probably went hard into Ditto. This is probably Grassy Glide into one of my slots in a Blizzard. Unless I expect Roar Time here, which I don't expect. Maybe I just double protect here. I want to scout for Rillaboom endgame is actually difficult. I wonder their high horsepower. So Grassy Glide. Oh, this should be Blizzard then always. Oh, it's Roar Time. Into the Amoonguss slot. Interesting choice. Is that Banded Rillaboom? I wonder if it's Banded Rillaboom because I feel like you make that play assuming it's Banded Rillaboom because Grassy Glide I don't think KOs otherwise. If that's the case, I'm going for a Spore attempt here and I'm going to go hard in a Ditto. I think hard Ditto's the right call because if they do go, because I don't think they want to risk the Blizzard either because they've already kind of risked hitting Blizzards multiple times. They went for a double Blizzard outside of Hail. So I think that they are going to go for the same play here, Grassy Glide and Roar Time. And I'm going to go for the Ditto and Greeted here, hopefully. I'm hoping that I get the Greed here. Although, I guess I don't have Earth Power for the Dialga, which is strange. Grassy Glide is going to come out, does target down my Ditto slot. It doesn't look like Banded, although I can't tell. Roar Time is going to come out into the Amoonguss. Okay, perfect. It's a crit. That's fine. It would have KO'd anyway. Dealing with the Dialga endgame is now difficult. Bring out the Palkia. I mean, Grassy Glide doesn't KO. It's a weird end game. Let me see what the moveset we have here is. Spatial Rend and Steel Beam. Really? I can't Earth Power their Dialga. I mean, I didn't expect them to have Earth Power. I guess that was technically a bad play on my part then. I think I got the Blizzard. I mean, Blizzard Spatial Rend is always the call then. Okay, we're going to target the Rillaboom. I think it is Assault Vest. Here comes Grassy Glide. Shouldn't KO based on the damage. Am I crazy that the Dialga took like 20%? I know I'm quad resistant and all, but I still think that's insane. Can I win? Yeah, I can win. If Ditto lives one more time. Yeah, if Ditto wins, if Ditto lives one more time, yeah, we can win this. We need to double hit Blizzard in a roar time. Oh, geez, I thought I had this super sealed up, and then they revealed a Choice Band Rillaboom, which I thought it was Choice Band like the way they were playing it, but I didn't think it was like gonna be like that. Ah, they crit me too. So I don't even know if I would have lived this roar of time because it's not life up on their side, but this is still really strong. Oh, what went wrong here? Because you would think like my position was so good for like the literally I had so much set up. Oh man, I think hard into Palkia was such a big mistake. I took Blizzard damage for no reason. I probably live a Choice Band Grassy Glide anyway, and then I could have got like big Earth Power damage or something else, and it would have been huge. I think I made maybe a few other errors where I guess Rage Powder was an error because they double hit Blizzard, which I didn't think both of them had Blizzard. So that definitely screwed me up. I think what I should have done then, I guess if I Pollen Puff the Dialga, I would have been in a better spot. So I guess I should have went in for the Pollen Puff instead, I think, into my own Dialga. Like, yeah, like I got a little bit too confident right there. And then the end game kind of messed up when I saw the Rillaboom and the Grassy Glide Choice Band happen. I switched into Palkia wrong. Yeah, there were a few mistakes that I could have avoided, but that Dialga set, man. And that is the show. Out of anything I thought we could face on the stadium ladder, I was not expecting Dialga Palkia versus Dialga by Palkia and the Calyx Shadow Rider thanks to their Ditto. Was not expecting that one. However, was able to come out on top, it looks like. If you do enjoy the videos though, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And of course, if you want to check out the details of the team, once again, available in the description down below with the pay spin. You can try out the team for 2 weeks with the rental code before it expires. And of course, the team builder will be coming out in a couple of days, and you can always check out the rest of my videos where I feature a lot of cool Pokemon and a lot of fun teams. So make sure you check those out as well. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. And until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.